Hey, are you thinking about moving to Denver, but you've heard it's too expensive? Well, maybe you're right. Denver is expensive, and Denver's not for everybody, and that's okay. I just want to talk real numbers so you can decide for yourself. Quick thing before we dive in, I help people relocate to Denver every single week from California, New York, a lot of people from Phoenix, Chicago. So if you're trying to figure out if the numbers work for you, where you can afford to live, or just have questions about moving here, feel free to reach out to me. I've been here 40 years and I know all the ins and outs. All my info's in the description, no pressure, no obligation. Just here to help decide if Denver is right for you. I have a tip about skiing later you're going to want to hear. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my description of the people who tend to enjoy it here. That's just my opinion. So let's start with the elephant in the room. The median home price in Denver right now is between $550,000 and $585,000. That's about 27% higher than the national average. Before you close this video, hear me out. In hot neighborhoods like Cherry Creek or the Highlands, you're looking at $700,000 to over $1 million. But there's a lot of suburbs like Aurora, Thornton, Northglenn, Lakewood. They have homes in the $400,000 to $550,000 range with good communities and good schools. And of course, there are a lot of condos, which are a good value right now. Prices are dropping and are in every price range from $150,000 to $1 million. It's an affordable starting point for a lot of folks. Now, if you're renting first, smart move. A one bedroom runs, say, $1,600 to $2,500 a month. Two bedrooms are $2,000 to $2,700. Not cheap, but there are options at different price points depending on where you want to live. Now, here's one that kind of catches folks off guard. Insurance in Colorado averages about 20% higher than the national average. Why? Two words: hail, wildfires. Denver gets hit by hailstorms that can total your car or roof in minutes. Also, car theft is a real thing here, so expect to pay a little extra. If you have little kids, full-time infant care can run from $2,400 to $2,800 a month. Toddlers, $2,200 to $2,600. Preschool, $1,800 to $2,200 a month. Yeah, I know it's a lot. And a lot of families do in-home daycares. We did nanny share, or you coordinate schedules to make it work. Just factor it in early so you're not scrambling. Good news about utilities are actually 11% lower than the national average. Winter heating rates can run from $150 to $300 a month, and you'll want a humidifier because the air is crazy dry here. But overall, budget around $150 to $250 a month year-round. It's pretty manageable. Groceries are maybe 8 to 12% higher than the national average. That's an extra $50 to $80 a month for most families. Eating out, a casual dinner for two is maybe $60 to $100. A nice dinner, $150 to $200. A brunch with mimosas, which I don't do, $70 to $100. The food scene is amazing, but you'll want to balance eating out with cooking at home. Happy hours are your friend here. But lots of great breweries if you like beer. You are going to need a car. Denver's public transit is actually pretty good, but most of the city is car dependent. Gas runs about 20 to 30 cents higher than the national average, so budget $200 to $300 a month for gas if you're commuting. And if you want to hit the mountains on weekends, which you will, you're putting extra miles on your car. It's worth it, but factor it in. Now, here's the fun part. Denver's culture really revolves around hiking, biking, skiing, camping, running. So getting set up with gear requires some investment. A decent mountain bike starts around $1,500. Ski equipment can run $1,500 to $3,000 if you buy instead of rent. A ski season pass is between $500 to $1,000 per person, depending on what you buy. So for a family of four, that's a chunk of change. But there are a lot of discounts for kids passes. So start slow, rent your equipment, get used to things. and then buy gear that's on sale. There's a lot of used skis out there. Look, I am the king of saving money on skiing, but I only share those tips with the inner circle. I didn't buy a pass this year. I did not buy a pass, and I skied for free all winter. Call me. So Colorado has low property taxes, like really low. The average rate's about 0.5%. So on a $500,000 home, that's only $2,500 a year. Compare that to, say, New Jersey or Illinois, where you'd pay 3 to 4 times that. That's a real benefit, but the sales tax is a little bit higher, and that kind of makes up for that. So yes, Denver costs more than a lot of places, but there's a reason why people like living here. 300 days of sunshine is a real thing. It is great weather if you like to do things. World-class outdoor recreation. It's a pretty strong job market. That's a very diverse market. Great food and beer scene. But the people who love it here tend to be the people who are active. They like to be outside. They like sunshine. They like hiking, skiing, running, biking, gardening, camping, ATVing, fishing. They don't necessarily ski, which can be a hassle, but they like being outside. And that's why I love it here and I've been here 40 years. So call me, set up an appointment, and let's talk about living in Denver. And I may give you my hints on skiing for free. Thanks.